is a movement growing throughout the United States which engages young people in strengthening their communities. Youth courts, also referred to as teen courts, are an alternative to traditional juvenile courts for younger respondents who have admitted guilt to less serious offenses ranging from school violations, alcohol possession and vandalism, to minor assaults and misdemeanors. Youth courts give offenders the attention they need to help them avoid making similar mistakes in the future and give them a chance to make amends for the harm they caused. Youth courts provide character-building opportunities for both respondents and the young people who volunteer to serve as jury members, court officers, attorneys, and judges. Kiara Laster has been a member of Baltimore's Southwest Youth Tribunal for 2.5 years. She feels it has had a profound impact on her personal development.
The youth court made me see that I don't have to always stay in the house or whatever. My attitude changed a lot because I was more like a quiet person, and I really didn't care too much about what went on in the court system and with young people my age. So my attitude changed a lot.
They don't have a lot of activities around here for the kids anymore. They closed down the centers, and the youth court is the only place where they have to go now.
The youth volunteers who live in this area live in what is called the Southwest Hotspot area, which is made up of 6 communities. They were determined as a hotspot based on crime statistics. In the area, there's a lot of drug activity, there's a lot of unemployment, a lot of youth who drop out of school early.
Baltimore's youth court is made up of youth prosecutors and defenders with a peer jury and an adult attorney presiding as the judge. Kiara and her co-counsel are getting respondent Frank Hall ready for his trial. He has pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct after failing to end a snowball fight when asked by one of the parents of the youth involved. When the police arrived, Mr. Hall was disrespectful to the attending officer. They are preparing him for cross-examination by the prosecutor.
Try not to get real mad because he likes badgering the witness. If you get mad, it won't look too good to the jury.
Me and my friends were all having snowball fights, and one of the children's mother said, threatened to call the police if we don't stop throwing snowballs at her child who was throwing snowballs at us. And so she called the police. The police said, move on, and I said, whatever, and I just left.
Can you explain why didn't you stop when the parent told you to stop throwing snowballs at their child?
Well, their child was throwing snowballs at us.
But if the parent addressed you and asked you, could you please stop throwing snowballs at their child, why didn't you stop?
We stopped, but the thing is, he kept throwing snowballs at us, so we started throwing something back at him.
So when someone else does something to you, you always have to do something back to them?
Somewhat, yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you know, my client, Mr. Hall, has admitted involvement in the offense of disorderly conduct. Mr. Hall has accepted responsibility for his actions and is truly sorry for them.
I'll ask that the bailiff now take the jury to the jury deliberation room. And the court will stand in recess.
But it's like you said, if that was your mother, wouldn't you want somebody to respect your mother?
All right.
At least
Okay,
16.
12.
At least 12.
You know what, I really think you all need to listen to discussion, don't get offended, because this is what needs to happen. So what he said is, he had a point, if that was your mother. Then also, it wasn't a thing with just his mother. What else happened?
The police
He
officer.
disrespected the
He
police.
disrespected the police officer. So how many hours do you all think he needed?
I say
12 to
12.
15.
I say
About 12 to
15.
15.
Who said 12? Who said 15?
Will the youth offender and defense attorneys please rise? I'll ask the clerk to please publish the jury findings.
In the matter of Francis Hall and the Southwest Youth Tribunal, we, the Youth Tribunal jury, recommend that the youth offender Francis Hall receive the following constructive sanctions to be completed within 60 days.
The importance of a program like this is so that, we're dealing with mostly first and second time offenders, and so that
this program can make an impact so that they're not repeat offenders, so that this can be the last time, hopefully, that the youth will be in trouble.
The reason why I cursed at the police officers because I was like, at the time I had a lot of anger building up inside me and I just like snapped. Next time I get in a situation like that, I think I definitely will think about what I want to do before I do it, because I mean I'm not trying to go through it again. It was a very bad situation for me.
Well, this program actually gives them a chance to have some stake in their community. They realize that there are these issues that are going on, but there are people that care about them and who want them to succeed.
She always said she wanted to come back and do positive things for the neighborhood. And even with her bigger cousins that's older than her, she always tried to talk to them, tell them you don't need to be out here on the corner. So she's, you know, very influential too with a lot of the kids around here.
I strongly believe that being a part of your community means actually solving the problem.
You can do anything you set your mind to, even if it's becoming a singer or an attorney or judge, anything.
It's obviously more powerful to be judged by your peers than it is to be judged by adults.
You know, we're just youth helping youth, you know, and that's what it's all about.